right, it's 9:02. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Welcome to today's V3 implementation call. Today is Wednesday, May 27th. Thank you so much for joining. As a reminder, these meetings are recorded and will be shared on the NEMSIS website along with YouTube. If you join by phone, you won't have access to Q&A. So if you'd like to participate, please join through the Zoom app or on your desktop. To receive attendance credit, each vendor attendee must complete the attendance form. Please use the link or QR code posted in chat and on the agenda screen. I'll go ahead and bring that up. We'll post it again later in the call as a reminder. If you're attending as part of a vendor team, please note this is individual, not one per company. We value your input during these calls. As a reminder, please use the raise hand feature if you'd like to ask a question or share a comment, and we'll unmute your speakers as we go. To ensure everyone has a chance to participate, please be mindful of others, avoid talking over one another, and keep the comments brief. If your question isn't related to the current topic, please post it in the Q&A. We'll respond to it in writing or return at an appropriate time. You're welcome to use the Q&A at any time if you prefer not to speak live, and we'll read your question aloud. And with that being said, we're going to change things up just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and start with Jeremy with an update from the NHTSA Office of EMS.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Thanks, Josh. Yeah, thanks to the NEMSIS team for allowing me to just go first here today and kind of reorder the agenda. I've got another meeting that's happening at this time that I need to jump to. I've been on vacation for the last week, so if anyone has kind of sent me an email, give me a little bit of time to kind of get caught up, and I'll respond. A few just kind of NHTSA and pre-hospital blood updates for today. Folks may be aware that last week during EMS week, our office hosted a Save a Life Day at the Department of Transportation headquarters. It was a really well-attended event. We had New Jersey Avenue in front of the DOT headquarters closed off. We had a lot of apparatus from DC Fire. We had a lot of our NHTSA leadership and DOT leadership there in attendance, attending booths where they were learning about CPR, pre-hospital blood transfusion. There was like a mini 911 center set up. So it was a really great event and opportunity for us and some of our local fire and EMS partners to kind of talk about the value and importance of EMS, especially as it relates to post-crash care. So a really great event. I'll work with the NEMSIS team to make sure that there's a couple of links that are shared with folks on that event. I think it's something that we're hoping to be able to do on an annual basis. So was a great event again. We also had our first NEMSAC meeting with the newly formed council last Wednesday. So I'll make sure folks have access to a link to the NEMSAC webpage. So if you're interested in attending the public portions of that meeting or reading through the public meeting minutes, you'll have access to that. We always have, I think, at least one individual in NEMSAC who has like a EMS data and information focus. So, that'll be important for this group. And then we also held a public FICAMS meeting last Thursday that kind of coincided with that Save a Life Day event. So I'll make sure folks, again, have access to the webpage where you can just kind of receive updates about when our FICAMS meetings are being held. Folks may be aware that the SS4A funding opportunity for FY26, it closed yesterday. Thanks to everyone who applied and submitted something related to post-crash care, pre-hospital blood. There'll be a kind of a several month-long period now where DOT and then our office will kind of review some of those grants that were submitted. And, we're hopeful that we'll have several that are approved for FY26. And then just a couple quick updates on pre-hospital blood. In the next couple of weeks, we're hoping to have a NHTSA publication out that's going to kind of show the purple map that I think Clay and other folks from the NEMSIS team have showed previously, that just kind of shows at the county level where the hot spots are, or where, which counties are kind of having a comparatively high number of motor vehicle crash patients that could benefit from pre-hospital blood, kind of using those descriptive labels rather than individual counts or percentages or rates. But that purple map, we're hoping to get that published soon, so that will be forthcoming. And then also our partners that we're working with at the Uniformed Services University, the National Institute for Defense Health Cooperation Coordination, they are administering, the 25 pre-hospital blood demonstration program. So a notice of funding opportunity, I think, went out to their ecosystem partners last week or the week before. So as we have further updates about who is selected to implement those programs, we will let you all know. And that's all I have for today. Just as always, if you have questions there's things that you need, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Please don't hesitate to reach out to the NEMSIS team. We're here to support you all. So thanks very much. Have a great meeting, and hope to catch up with you all soon.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. All right, and on to the next topic is on my side. I'm going to show and cover the 352 change requests. We've been talking about them for several meetings for a couple months now. And as promised, now that the polling has closed, I wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to share what the results of those were. So I have them pulled up and we can kind of take a look. So that column B is the vote count, and C is yes votes, D no votes, E needs more work. So kind of a breakdown of that is a yes, of course, is the consensus was to move forward with it. No doesn't mean necessarily that it can't be done, so much as in its current state, it definitely, the favor was no on that one. And I did highlight, so greens are the winning yes, no, or needs more work. Yellow, we did have a tie on NEM 783, so we're definitely going to have to dig a little deeper. Not a lot of votes on that one. Interesting. And then needs more work is same thing. It's that the idea is right, the concept is there, but it needs more work technically to make sure that ticket can move forward. So a lot of times people want to know what comes next, because of course, when we talk about a new version, we want to make sure that everybody has the resources and information needed to progress with this. So now we're taking one final look at all the tickets within the TAC, make sure everything, not just individually, but we look at the entire scope of the project and see how it can be implemented the most efficiently. And then we will be working to quickly get you an official timeline, which I know everybody really wants to see. So that way you know when to expect the milestones as well as when to see resources, testing, things like that. So that will be coming in these meetings. We'll also more than likely post those publicly as well so everyone can see them. But for now, this is the end of that first step, and these would be the results. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back, and it looks like next up will be Randall with an NASEMSO liaison update. Randall, you all set? I can see your screen.
I'm having some troubles with the rest of it here. Let's see. All right, so real quick update for everyone. So we just kind of concluded our 2026 annual meeting that was held in Kansas City. During that meeting, there was a new DMC chair. The new DMC chair is Peter Geisert from Oregon. Amber has served in that role for the past 2 years. She will be moving into the immediate past chair. She'll continue to assist us in the council and be a great leader, not only for our council, but also for Peter. The DMC meetings have also resumed. We had our first working meeting yesterday. Kind of did a quick overview and started working on a new national custom element. A lot of that work is going to be sort of moved into our business meeting. Our first DMC business meeting will be on June 16th. Those meeting invites have gone out. So if you're expecting that invitation, you should have already received it. And then as far as the other meetings, for any other committees that anyone on the call is expecting to get, those committee meetings also should have been sent out to your email. If you are expecting a meeting that you did not receive, please just let me know, or you can email NASEMSO or Adrian at NASEMSO to help get you added. And that's really the only update I have for NASEMSO. Any questions? All right, back to you, Josh. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Randall. Next up, we're going to discuss the NEMSIS annual meeting topics, and presenting will be Clay.
Thank you, Josh. Hey, it's great to be with everyone. I apologize probably for the echo. I'm in a small room up here at the University of Utah attending a meeting. Great to be with you. We grow more and more excited about our upcoming V3 implementation meeting up in Heber, right next to Park City, so in the general area at the Black Rock Resort. Really looking forward to meeting together. As we talked about last call, we're organizing the meeting into a slightly different presentation where folks will have an opportunity. I'm looking for an opportunity to share my screen here just real quick. People will have an opportunity to meet in pods. And within these pods, there'll be a question that has been holding back or keeping us from reaching our full potential in regards to data collection and sharing that data and being able to make decisions based on data. We're going to be meeting together to see if we can put together at least 6 pods with 6 questions and see if we can work through a process to come up with a manageable plan that the NEMSIS TAC could implement over the next year to solve that issue. The survey was placed in the chat, and if you would do that again, Misha, I'd appreciate that very much. On the last call, we had 29 responses. Thank you. Great responses from less than 20 people. Some folks had a lot to say, which was wonderful. When we looked at those responses, they kind of fell into these 6 areas in regards to the topics. I show these because we're going to give you another opportunity here, kind of a moment of silence for folks to be able to look at the survey and respond to a place in there what you think would be important topics for us to be able to address at the meeting. Because we have 29 responses from less than 20 people, there will be more than 100 people at the meeting. If you plan to be there, we'd love it if you could take a moment and just describe some issue that is causing you some heartburn in regards to the NEMSIS kind of information system. So these are the 6 categories that have kind of risen to the top so far. If you'd open that link and take that survey, I would appreciate it very much. I'm going to talk for just a couple of minutes here, but we're going to give you about 5 minutes to complete this, the survey. Great responses from lots of friends of NEMSIS. Appreciate that. If you're newer to NEMSIS, I'd still like you to be able to place any thoughts you have in regards to what is delaying your ability to look at the data or to assess the quality of the data, or what is keeping you from being able to answer questions either on the vendor side or on the state side that you're receiving from your colleagues. And rightly so, folks in the responses we've had so far have covered topics like the resources at the state are very minimal here. I have a lot of hats to wear, things like that. Clearly understand that as a very big kind of barrier to being able to accomplish what you'd like to accomplish with your job. I don't know that that's something that we could really bring on and bring our resources to the table. We've thought a lot about this, and if there is like this strong urge for data managers to get together in one pod and talk about ways to become more efficient or to find resources, we would certainly be willing to make that a pod. So really anything is on the table, a technical issue, a political issue, a educational issue, any of those things, we would be happy to at least collect your information and prepare the questions for the pods. So I'll pause just for a couple of minutes to allow people to just finish the survey. It's quick to take. You don't need to spend a lot of time describing your issue. We will give you a call back if we have any questions about the issue that you raise, and so you'll have time to talk to us about it before we hold the meeting in Heber. So please take a moment if you would and complete the survey. Even if you've completed 2 weeks ago, thank you very much. If something else has come to mind, small or large, we would love to have you provide that information in the survey, and we will make good use of that information at the meeting.
All right, we'll give just a little bit longer for everybody to give your input. We really want to hear from you on this one, so please take a moment to fill that out. And Clay, I believe we're keeping this open as well, right? So if people really they're kind of on the fence of something, this will probably remain open for a little while, and they can continue to add in.
Yeah, you bet. We'd be happy to keep this open. Lori and Kevin, maybe we can decide where we could post it, where it could be available for folks afterwards. We'll certainly keep it open to collect the information as long as we can before we form the pods.
Perfect.
And we do have some more information regarding the meeting. Monet is going to be talking about that a little later on in the agenda. I do want to personally apologize for the lateness of opening up the actual registrations. We are just working to formalize funding to support the meeting. As everyone knows, research funds have become a little bit more tenuous, and so we're working to ensure that we have the funds necessary for the meeting. I'm 100% confident that the meeting will go forward. We're just trying to be as fiscally responsible as we possibly can. So we're on track. Things are moving forward. It's just been a little bit more of a bumpy ride this year. So we will work to get the registration open very quickly. I'll turn it back over to you, Josh.
All right. Thank you so much, Clay. And again, to put that one last plug in, please, we'd love to hear from you on that pod situation, because we want to make sure that that we hear from you, and we want to make sure that we have a very interactive meeting and that we're covering actual topics that everybody really wants to get to the heart of. So we appreciate you filling those out. It looks like coming up next, we're going to have Randall once more with the Violence Against EMS update. Randall, are you ready?
Yeah, real quick.
Perfect. I'm seeing your screen.
All right, very good. So for the violence against EMS personnel, quick update for everybody is, I just wanted everyone to be aware we do have the data dictionary. It's been posted online. The companion document for the HAS data set is also posted online. And we've completed an online webinar training. The training, I do always warn everyone, it's very repetitive. It's really a deep dive into all of the data elements. Definitely worth checking out to fully understand everything. For the last few weeks, we have been sort of showing everyone on the website where to locate this. It has been labeled as Violence Against EMS Personnel Data Dictionary, sort of in a bold black. And then right below it, there's a link and it says the same words. A lot of internal discussion, it's kind of confusing. It's very repetitive there. So you're going to actually see this now on the website as a same location, new wording. The new wording for this will be the HAS data set for work-related injury, death, or suspected exposure. Those words do match from the E other 06 data element. And underneath that, you will see the Violence Against EMS Personnel Data Dictionary and the HAS data set guide. Just to sort of review once again, so just starting from the main NEMSIS page, slide over here to our technical resources, coming down to the guides and usages. We'll click that, and then we'll just scroll down about halfway through this page. Here we'll see the new HAS data set for work-related injury, death, or suspected exposure with the 2 links. So definitely highly recommend that you click both of those, download both of those, study those. So for the next part of this, now that those 2 have been posted, we're actually going to go ahead and start a working group kind of quarterly meetings. There has not been a date set for this. I will be putting together a very small agenda, kind of just to help motivate some discussion or some conversation, but it really is just an open discussion on the use of the data set. So if you actually take a picture or follow the QR code, that'll take you to a quick survey. That's just going to have your first and last name, the agency or the affiliation, your email address, and then also just a quick survey there for like what's the best time of the day and what best day of the week it is. So like I kind of mentioned, the date is not set yet, but I will be sending that out to everyone. Or the survey, I'm sorry. Once the survey is complete, I'll sort of send out a standing meeting for everyone. I will do my best to work with everyone's schedules, but the larger the group, the harder that can be. So on the next call, we'll have some more information on that, but we'll also leave that open as anyone can join at any time. So any questions about that? And that's what I have for the violence today, Josh.
All right, great information. Thanks, Randall. Coming up next, as promised, we have 2026 NEMSIS annual meeting update with Monet.
Okay, thank you so much, Josh. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, greetings, everyone. I'm so happy that you're on the call today. Josh, can you confirm that you see my screen okay?
I am seeing it now, yes.
Okay, fantastic. So as Dr. Mann mentioned, and Josh also mentioned, we are excited to invite you to the 2026 annual meeting. We have a beautiful hero slider here, and you could click on the slider and get to the landing page. We want to encourage you to take advantage of booking your reservations at the resort at this time. So you could do that by using the QR code. I am so excited that we're celebrating 25 years, the anniversary of NEMSIS. And so you see the dates here as October the 6th through the 9th. While registration will be opening soon, we are encouraging attendees to utilize some of the resources that we have posted on our website here. So right now we have the first draft of the annual meeting agenda, and so you can go through this and get an idea of the flow for the week. I want to encourage everyone who can come in on Monday to please do so. We will have a welcome reception that day, and then we'll be ready to kick off first thing Tuesday morning with a meeting. You'll also see here at 5 p.m., we're going to have a special celebration that night where we're going to have music and delicious food and some nice drinks for you. So we want you to come out and be ready for that event on Tuesday evening. We will also have here's the agenda for Wednesday, and we have a group activity that will be taking place. It's going to be an optional curling activity that we're going to see if you want to participate in. And then Thursday, we'll conclude with some of the solutioning. Then again, on Friday, we have the agenda here posted for you. So we want you to utilize these resources so that you can start your planning process. In addition to the draft agenda, we have two letters. The first letter is to support state managers to talk about your role in the meeting, and hopefully you'll find this letter helpful to start your process to get the approval for your attendance at the meeting. The second letter on the website is a general letter. So if you need this letter, we would encourage you to utilize this letter. We would love for the software vendors to come for the required days, but to also stay for the entire conference. So we typically ask software vendors to set aside 2 days, but again, we're going to have a full schedule for this meeting, so we would love to have you there for the entire length of the meeting. In addition to the letters, we have the information about the curling activity and just some words of caution here that you are going to be on ice, and so we would encourage you to bring your shoes, your tennis shoes, a warm jacket, maybe some gloves, things to keep you warm. And that is pretty much what I have for you today. When we open the registration, the first thing you're going to see on the landing page, if I go back to the landing page, you will see that this will say, instead of save the date, it's going to say registration is open. So look forward to that. And we look forward to celebrating this important milestone with you all. And so we hope that you can come out and join us. Thank you so much. I'll add the information to the chat and I'll turn it back over to you, Josh.
All right. Thank you so much, Monet. That's exciting. We want to see you. We look forward to seeing you. That's going to be a lot of important topics, and we're going to really drill down and a lot of fun.
George.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey, maybe just one additional comment regarding the resources that the Monet just shared. We've had a couple of state data managers reach out to us and with questions, right? From their leadership as to how important the meeting is to attend. Is there going to be a virtual option? Other things to making sure that there's no other options than a personal visit with us. So what we've done, what Monet showed, is we've strengthened the letter that was posted on the website. So if you had looked at that letter earlier, and there was there was information that was missing from there, we've rewritten the letter to really strengthen the language regarding the importance of being there in person and making it clear that there won't be a virtual option. So hopefully the revised letter will be a little bit more convincing when you bring it to your leadership about travel to the meeting. So if there's anything else that we can do, anything else that we could produce that would help facilitate your participation, let us know. Thanks, Josh.
Okay. Looks like next up, one last time, Randall providing an update on the NEMSIS National Custom Elements. And we can see your screen, Randall.
All right, thanks again, Josh. So update here on the National Custom Elements. This is a reminder that the CPMIH National Custom Elements have been posted to the NEMSIS website. Once again, we're just sort of navigating there so we can all remember where they are under technical resources. Then we'll go to the custom element library, and it'll be our first link there for the National Custom Element list. Clicking that will open them up, and you'll see an entire list. They are sort of mixed in with all of the national custom elements at this time, but by clicking on each one of them would open it up and sort of show you the entire data element. Next slide here. So very similar to the violence against EMS personnel working group, there's going to be another working group specifically around the data elements for CPMIH. Sort of the same process here. QR code will allow you to fill out the interest form if you would like to join that. There is an opportunity to fill out what days of the week are the best for you, which time of the day are best for you, and I'll do my best to sort of accommodate that for everybody. We'll have a small agenda, sort of motivate some conversation, and then just open discussion on the use of the data elements, see if anything needs to be changed, added, just a little discussion working group. So for both of those working groups, I would expect them to start right around July, but I'll continue to announce it. And like we said, people or members can join at any time. Also, with our national custom elements, we also would have these new one-pagers that are going out. This one is specific to the blood transfusion custom elements, and we've added the 2 medication elements to this. This is just a quick snapshot for everyone who wants to be able to pull those data elements in or create a form. I actually went to a really great presentation a few weeks ago on creating documentation for blood. And even though those data elements existed within the software, some of the EMS clinicians weren't really sure exactly which ones to go in and grab. By utilizing this form and the NASEMSO blood document form, they were actually able to come up with the data elements and find them rather quickly. So I think this was a great positive step forward. We are also working on these for the National EMS ID number, leave behind naloxone. We will complete these for the CPMIH National Custom Data Elements. And this is sort of the process that we're going to be moving forward to, with the NASEMSO DMC and NEMSIS, is anytime a new custom element is created that is specific, that we'll be making sort of these one-page infographics to be able to send out. Once again here, quick navigation on the NEMSIS website on where to find that. Same place, but the technical resources under the custom element library. This time we'll slide down all the way to the bottom and you'll see there was 4 there already, but we should have a few more here very shortly. That's it for today. Any questions for me?
All right.
And I did put the links for both interest groups in the chat. And there, oh, hold on. I think so. There we go. There's the second one. So thank you very much, Josh.
All right. Thanks, Randall. Before we go to open forum, Jeremy gave us a few links to share with everyone. So I wanted to make sure we put those in, give you a chance to see them. They are in the meeting chat. And we are now at that part. We're going to move into the open forum. This is an opportunity for everyone to raise questions, share feedback, flag topics related to today's content. You please submit your questions through the Q&A, or you can use the raise hand feature. We can always take you off mute and we'll moderate to keep us on time and make sure that we capture what needs to be followed up with. So please, if you've got anything that is a hot topic, we'd love to hear from you. While we're kind of monitoring that side of things, before we do wrap up today, I wanted to make sure that we invite everyone to follow NEMSIS on our social media pages to stay up to date on all the V3 updates, resources, upcoming announcements, and research highlights. You can find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and many others. Just search for NEMSIS Tech. All right. Don't see anybody opening anything up quite yet. But again, this is your chance to be heard. If you have something for the group, we'd love to hear from you. Just use that Q&A, you raise your hand, and we can open it up for discussion. Okay. Well, doesn't seem like there's any pressing topics then.
Sorry, Josh, Amber raised her hand.
Oh, okay.
I can go to a meeting without raising my hand or talking, I guess.
No.
But good morning. Just something that has come up recently as we've progressed in some of our documentation and guidance related to receiving outcomes back to the EMS repository. There has been some discussion about the way that the NEMSIS standard works, and in the future, is that something that we might need to revisit to better accommodate outcome data messaging, especially if we're getting outcomes from multiple entities like an HIE, a trauma registry, and a hospital directly. So I'm just wondering if maybe that could be a topic for the annual meeting, just for discussion now that we're moving to a place where a lot of folks are receiving outcome data. Maybe some more guidance from NEMSIS about how we should assess priorities in terms of where the source of truth is. If we get multiple, should it be a one-to-many grid type option? So just putting that out there in case you're also receiving those types of questions, it might be a fruitful discussion.
No, agreed. I think that would be a great topic to discuss in the V3 meeting. So yeah, we'll definitely add that to the list and talk about it with the TAC to make sure we can discuss that. Great, thank you. All right. Anyone else? Everyone's quiet today. All right. Well, if we have no other items for the open forum, then I wanted to thank you for your time today. We know you're busy. We appreciate you joining. Our next public training I'm going to be hosting, and that is on the NEMSIS standard change request process. It's going to be held on Tuesday, June 2nd. Our next V3 implementation call will be Wednesday, June 10th. We look forward to seeing you. And that being said, we should be opening up those breakout rooms, and they'll be showing. Just a reminder, if there are no more questions, then we're going to move into that breakout room. Vendors should only be joining their assigned breakout room to receive credit for attending today's calls. Please join only your designated room and do not enter other breakout rooms unless you already have permission. Keep conversations professional and respectful. You should see the prompt right now on the screen, and then you're going to join your assigned breakout room. Click join. If you have any issues, we're going to have tax staff sitting here remaining in the main room to assist. We want to thank everyone and hope you have an amazing day and amazing week. Thank you so much.